Right, welcome back to the channel, guys, and a very, very warm welcome to you all, but not so warm here in Blackpool. It's Saturday morning, 6:30, just gone, I'd say 6:40, and we're taking a trip up to Leeds today, and you're coming with us, and I'm going to explain in the drive why we're actually going up to Leeds so early in the morning. Right, as you can see, the warm weather has left us and we've got typical cloud and horrible rainy weather, but let's hope the weather improves on the way. Right, so from Blackpool up to Leeds it's showing 60 miles, about an hour and a half run.
300 yards, turn right onto Midland Road.
That's me sat nav booting in. And we're going up there because if you've watched our friend's
at the end of the road,
France video,
turn right, then turn left.
On part 2, you'll have seen obviously the duberance, that's the word I'm using, a duberance, a problem that we had parking up on the airs. It was the petrol stations. Now then, we normally would have had Elvis, and as you saw in part 1, unfortunately Elvis did not make it to France, and he was our first line of protection if anybody was to come and mooch around the van at the unforeseeable hours.
Turn left.
So we're not having Elvis there. We had no protection when we was parking up on airs, and we've always been safe on there, to be quite honest. We've never had any problems really, but anybody would come to the van, he would woof and bark, and believe you me, nobody would attempt to come into that vehicle. But we didn't have that, and on our third stop at 3 o'clock in the morning, we had 2 undesirables attempting to break into the van. They'd screwdrivered the habitation door. We were up before they could actually get into the van.
After 700 yards, go straight ahead at the roundabout, second exit.
And they'd scarpered, they'd gone. So Elvis would have been up straight away, and believe you me, they wouldn't have come in the van if they'd have heard him bark, because he had one hell of a bark on him. So we're going to do something about that today. I'm going up to see our friends up in Leeds, Vanguard. I don't know if you guys have been aware of these guys, but they're doing absolutely fantastic well with the product that they're doing, and it goes on, it's an all-round vehicle protection. Anybody touches your vehicle and it is up singing and dancing, making a massive noise. So I'm going to tell you more about the product when I get it up there.
Roundabout, second exit.
More about the product when we get up there, and that's why I'm going up, because we're away on tour again in a few weeks' time, and obviously we don't want that happening again. So I think this will be the cure. So we're going to get going now, and then
300 yards, turn right at the roundabout, third exit.
we'll come back to you if we when we get up there. Anything of any interest on the way up, I'll bang the camera on and we'll film it. Right, catch up with you guys later.
Right at the roundabout, third exit.
Right, okie dokie, where we at? 8:25. 2 hours. It took us 2 hours to get down here to Leeds, and I'm just on the approach now into Vanguard to get fitted some security.
You have reached your destination.
On this vehicle. Let's have a look if we can find out where these guys are.
Destination is on the left.
Oh, well, we can't see any signs. Oh. Looks like he's had his sign pinched, because it ain't above any of these units. What is in unit number 1? Oh, we'll run there with a sign, okay. Right guys, very good morning to you. Cannon bolted it up from rainy Blackpool to rainy Leeds, and my good friend Mike here is going to be installing the Vanguard system onto the motorhome. You watched my France vlog, you saw we had an attempted break-in, so we're going to cure that. Unfortunately the dog passed away, as you saw in the first video, so Vanguard is the way forward. So Mike's going to tilt these around. Mike's here with us this morning. He's going to show us round. We're having a full install here, so everything is set and good to go. They're well organised there, guys, by the way. Just look at all this lot. Even got, there's no brew on that tray. That's the only thing that's missing. There's no brew on that tray.
Time for a brew.
No time for a brew. So everything is prepared, good to go. He's programmed everything in. So we're going to take the camera outside, and as Mike starts to install it, I'll talk through what's actually happening. But yeah, up here in Leeds, look at all these fancy colours as well. I suppose if you've got a trade van, they're good standout colours than Mike, aren't
That's
they?
right. That's very popular in trade vans.
For standing out.
Yep.
And then we've got all our normal colours here as well.
Motorhomes and camper vans. You've
Yeah.
got 6 to choose from, including the black. So
Yeah.
you've got.
This is why you don't come with a wife, you see. They'll be here, they'll be wanting all fancy colours. Black or white would be probably the most popular colours, I would say, Mike.
They are.
And also touching on, which I'm going to talk to Mike about in a minute, I was watching on This Morning Britain about van break-ins, Mike.
Yeah.
Trade van break-ins.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Still a big problem.
yeah.
It's where the product were developed initially
Yeah.
to help tradesmen protect their vans and safeguard the tools and the livelihood.
Yeah.
We're having great success with that. We're getting lots of CCTV.
Yeah.
You'll see it on our trade page as well. That
Yeah, if I had power tools in the back of the van, this would be a must on the back of the vans. Because it's not only the loss of tools, Mike, it's a loss of trade that day. You can't work.
Isn't it?
And then getting me insured as well.
Well, we've partnered with Admiral Insurance as well. So we do get a very, very competitive rate at Admiral Insurance if you've got Vanguardian fitted. So we've actually partnered with Admiral Insurance, which leads very nicely onto that. So I appreciate you bringing that up. So, yeah, you can't cover all your bases enough. I mean, the insurance is less than, a coffee a week. So for that, to have that safety blanket of protecting your livelihood in trade and getting your tools back, it's brilliant.
Yeah. And I mean, the nightmare, if you wake up Monday morning, all your tools have gone. A, you're not working. A, you're not working. B, you've got to go and source the tools.
Yep.
And then they'll probably end up on some boot sale on Sunday, won't they, for a fraction of the money?
And there's a lot of people that are underinsured, and so the tools are not covered.
Yeah.
A lot of insurance underwriters kind of don't cover them after 6 o'clock at night, so always look at that as well. Tools are not insured at night on a lot of the policies.
Right.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's when they're the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
Most vans, 62% of vans, get actually targeted outside the van owner's home. That's where most crime actually happens.
Wow.
And it's interesting as well, though, Andrew, because we looked at that in the development of this product, and because I'd lived through it, I realised that myself, that actually if we had an alarm, a preemptive alarm, something that activated as soon as somebody touched my van,
they won't want to know it.
That changed the game, and that's why we made Vanguardian. So we don't wait till they get in the van, we do it before they get in the van, and we protect the van because it's a two-pronged attack. The damage to the van, as you've experienced, is the first phase of the attack. Once they get in, it's the theft of the tools or the contents once they're in.
Yeah.
So we prevent the damage, safeguarding the second phase of the equipment inside it. That's a win-win.
If you think, as a thief thinks,
you
will not want to be, and this is why I'm here this morning, if you touched one of these alarms and it's woo, 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 they're away. They don't want to confront that.
So what you've done there is you've removed a thief's main asset, which is his anonymity.
Yeah.
His ability to operate around your vehicle undetected is what allows him to do what he's doing.
Yeah.
As soon as you draw attention to him, it changes the game completely. It changed the whole scenario into a fight or flight situation. He's now got a choice. Do I stand around here till somebody comes, or do I bugger off before somebody turns up?
They'll be away. It's a no-brainer.
Absolutely.
They'll go to an easier target. They won't want the confrontation. And like you say, you've caught them in the act. As soon as you touch that, it goes off. They're going to be going off right behind it.
That's correct.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right, let's get this install on the way because it's thrown it down. He's got another. The busy guys here, and all the next installer's turned up. So. So we're out in the rain. Yeah, so Mike's just pointing out on the install, not on here, it's no good on there, guys. On your door and on the line to where the wing mirror comes down is the ideal place, and making sure you've got clearance on the doorway is paramount to make sure it's not impeding and it's not in the way. So if you pick up on that, just check, guys, before you start installing that you're not in the way there, you're not trapping your door in any way, shape or form.
Yeah, check that before you fit it.
And that's...
If you fit it too close and it comes and it catches on the wing, you're not going to be able to open that door. So if you've got one of these doors that opens in like that, just check it. It's worth checking before you fit it. Then you can close that, and then what you're looking for is a line somewhere off of here to make sure the base, so you've got it far enough back so it doesn't impinge on the wing.
That's absolutely perfect. And then also, when you get to the other door, you know where you've lined up, just carbon copy onto the other door then, Mike, don't you?
That's correct. And we're putting it on the door, and it goes under the rear view mirror because it's compact, it's discreet. It does exactly what it does all over this door, but you don't want to be putting it on here because you won't get the reaction from the door tampering that you would if it was here.
Right.
So you'll get the subtlety of door tampering here. Here, you'll lose a lot of that sensitivity because of the door seal, for the draft seal.
Right. So, well, this is what emptied me to come here, guys. I'll shoot in, there you go. That's our damage to the van, and that is what we don't want to avoid. If this system would have been fitted, as soon as this door would have been attempted to do that, all this lot would have been singing.
Absolutely. So another tip again is if we can open the door and make sure it's not going to go as far back because we've got that.
Yeah, we've got quite a lot of clearance there, haven't we?
Yeah, so it actually stops there, and what I like to do is just check that, and yours might be different, so check this at home. So make sure you can get it down and it doesn't impinge. So if someone come right back here to a catch, you might have to...
And it could trap it, yeah.
Where you position it.
Yeah.
So that just gives you an indication there. On here, again, I like to think right there.
Well, what I'm thinking, Mike, is if ever we was to move the vehicle on, if we put it here, we're not going to mess the graphics up.
That's correct.
On here, it's a great visible light that you're going to be able to see it.
It is indeed.
And it's easy both to take off, remove, or to keep it maintained at that.
It is. Yeah. It is indeed. So it's a great point you make. It would fit to graphics, it'll attach to graphic. It's the removal procedure.
Yeah, because you pull your graphics, then you peel your graphics off.
Does. Well, on these there's like a protective cover over the top of there.
Yeah.
Probably pull the graphic, but it'll pull the cover off.
Yeah.
The protective layer on top of that. And so that's another interesting aspect about removing it. We would like to think that the vehicle will go to a new owner with Vanguardian on.
Yeah.
But if you've invested in it, if you're trading it in, they often won't give you the value of this back. That's what trading's all about.
Yeah.
So what you can do then is you'll be able to take these off. We've just now developed a cover. It's in production.
And just put a fascia on it.
And put a fascia on.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's where we're going. So you'll get a nice fascia.
And then if the new person buys it off of a dealer forecourt, they can think, I'm going to have that installed.
Absolutely.
They can come to you, get the unit to go inside there. They're halfway there, aren't they?
And you're right, because by having the base already on it, we actually offer a 20% discount.
Yeah.
Because they don't need the bases.
Yeah.
They just get the units and pop them on.
Yeah, fantastic idea.
Yeah, so you're paying it forward by fitting that cover plate.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're saving yourself the hassle of trying to remove it as well.
Yeah. But even with nothing behind it, it's a deterrent as well.
It is. It is.
It's a win-win, isn't it?
It is a win-win, yeah. 100%.
On the back end now with Phil, so we actually carry 2 bikes on the back here, and obviously what you don't want your bikes going missing, especially if you're not taking your bikes off and you're going out off site and your bikes are still on the back, they're protected, and any attempt to make an ingoing on any of this will activate that.
Yeah, we'll test that, show you how effective that is. You're quite right. You'll have your bikes on here. Any attempt to try to remove them, we'll activate the Vanguardian positioned at the back here. We'll draw attention to them thieves before they get a chance to remove them bikes. So yeah, it's very effective for the bike detection.
I mean, this is getting away from vehicle braking now. Probably, Mick, on the back end of there's 2 bikes. It's like £4,000 worth of bikes on the back.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of money hanging off the back end of the motorhome.
Yeah.
And if they think, oh well, the owners are out, they're in the village having a drink, and they've got £4,000 worth of bikes on, you know.
Yeah.
It's a thieves' big pickup day, isn't it?
It is. It is indeed. Yeah. And they are targeted for that. They do look for them, and if they're vulnerable.
Or especially like on a motorhome service station, you park your motorhome up, you go in for a coffee, and you come out, and your 2 bikes have gone missing. I mean, I know you've got chains around them and you've got locks around them.
Yeah.
But if thieves are out to get stuff, they're going to just have the equipment just to snap them chains off very easily, really.
Well, the scenario, let's say you had chains and locks and all that, but no alarm. The point is, nobody's aware of it then. So a thief could be around here with bolt cutters, doing what they're doing, trying to get the bike off.
Yeah.
Nobody, unless they're visually looking, are going to be aware of this going on. As soon as this goes off, everybody's
head's going to turn on what's going on. Yeah.
You can't ignore it.
Yeah.
And that's the danger that a thief then faces. The removal of his anonymity and being spotted, and somebody saying, oh, I think there's something going on down there. All of a sudden, they're now exposed. They haven't got a chance to get away, and they haven't done the damage yet.
Well, it puts them in the frame as that's somebody at the back of that van that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
So people are tuned in on it then straight away, aren't they?
That's correct.
Which they're going to be very uncomfortable with. Well, they're just going to be off, aren't they? They're not going to carry on doing what they're trying to do.
It's basic psychology. Psychology that comes into play. And I think that's what we're tapping into, that scenario. And it makes sense, also common sense. And, we looked at this vehicle situation, crime situation, and by far, a thief's main asset is anonymity. And we looked at it and thought, well, if we can remove that, then let's see what happens.
Yeah.
From our CCTV footage and customer feedback, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
If I hadn't seen it work for me twice on my trade van in the early stages of development when I was still an engineer, I wouldn't have brought this product to market. But because it worked so effectively for me, I knew it had to come to market.
Yeah. I've been here about 30 minutes, and Mike's on with the last door now. So we've had the passenger door done, ab door, 2 garage doors are done, and we're on with the last door.
Yeah, it doesn't take long, Holly, does it? It's just kicking through if you're organised. It doesn't take long.
Next question, Mike, then, for people that's going to have the kit shipped out to them, is it quite easily to program up to the keys? Do they come pre-programmed?
Pre-programmed, hasn't it?
Right.
All bundles are pre-programmed.
Right.
So, that's why we do a bundle set. So we do all the heavy lifting. All we want you to do is fit it. And it's the same with the wall switch. Sometimes if we have different coloured wall switches, most of the kits that we do are standard in black with the silver logo. So sometimes we'll send out a coloured wall switch that might need pairing. But there's a very simple pairing procedure, and the instructions are always on the kit.
So normally the normal kit will be like a 4-piece kit, wouldn't it? If you've got an extra unit like I have on the garage door, that would have to be programmed up, that wouldn't it?
But if you look on the website, we do multi-bundles, and you can even go now and use the bespoke builder bundle.
Right.
Because you're using that facility, when it comes through to us, whatever combination of units you have,
it'll be sent out already done.
You'll be already preparing.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's absolutely brilliant. So all they've got to basically really worry about then is just installing it onto the, putting the actual units onto the van, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We've got the internal wall switch, which we'll come to that as the next phase. When we do the testing, we'll go inside, we'll have a little look at that, where you want to maybe position that. And what's the value of the
I'll tell you where that's going. It's going on Julie's side of the bed, because I ain't getting out of bed to press it in the middle of the night.
Well, at least
that's it.
Send her out.
No, I'll get out, but she can be woke up.
Very good.
Yeah, and the most important actual unit went on the garage door where the beer's behind. Mike, we're laughing about that one. That's more important than the habitation door. That's where the buckles of beer are behind. And
So again, we've checked that, but we've tested it earlier, so I'm going to go back to where we...
Back to the same line, just inside on where the wing mirror is. Pick up nicely there.
When you line it, you kind of follow like these lines here. There's like a crease. Often it's better to follow the crease, but when you put it on gently to start with, you do get a little bit of chance to tweak it, a little bit, but not a lot, because this adhesive got a tremendous grab, so you don't get much chance. So be comfortable where you position it. And don't always be too obsessive about making it straight. Sometimes following the lines looks better than trying to straighten it.
Yeah. Because straight, I mean, like you've got a good point there, like, if you was to straighten it to the eye, it might be straight, but to the line is where it's going to be more comfortable, that really, isn't it?
Right, it's that that draws you, right?
Yeah. How long is it before that adhesive actually goes off then, Mike? Is it?
Yeah, so the adhesive is about 70% cured when it goes on. 24 hours. It's
actually maximum pull then, yeah. And we've near enough got a clean trolley.
Yeah, we try our best, don't we?
And actually, we've just been talking to Mike about this as well, is they brought out a key set now where your key, all your key tabs are actually covered by a sliding cover, which will stop them going off in your pocket. So that's a little addition to think about as well. If you're carrying quite a lot of keys, which most motorhomes are, aren't they? They've got keys for the cassette toilet, they've got keys for the garage door, they've got keys for the bikes on the back.
Yeah.
If you've got a lot of keys, it's worth thinking about having your key cover slider protected on top of it.
That's right.
And then
cover remote is a good option. It's very popular.
Yeah. And that's what we've gone for. Right, okay guys, let's get my microphone out. Yeah, we're working. Right, next chat, we're going to have a quick chat now about remote controls, pairing up and the setup. Right, fire away, Mike.
Okay, so this is the sliding cover remote that you alluded to earlier.
Yeah.
And it does cover the buttons up. So the symbols are exactly the same as you find on the standard remote control, but they're just in a different configuration.
Right.
The standard remote control, like you say, does have exposed buttons. It suffices for what we use it for.
Yeah.
But if you carry a lot of keys and you want to invest in one of these, it's well worth it.
For 20 quid. About 20 quid, aren't they?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Peanuts in it for nothing.
So when we send them out and you send it out to your existing stuff, you're going to need to know how to pair it. We do send out pairing instructions, but I can show you now how to pair it.
Right.
So what you want to do is go to your standard remote and you press and hold down the bell button. Keep it pressed down, the alarms are beeping, you wait till this light comes back on. Once that light comes on the beep, you then go to your unlock button and that now pairs it.
Right.
So if we're going to go around now, because I can already tell this one's not picked it up. So I'm going to try it with this other remote. I'm going to press the bell button. You can hear it beeping. I'm going to wait till it beeps again. Light comes on. This time I'm going to press it. Now I can hear it beep. I can hear it receiving now. So that's now paired. We're going to go around, test each alarm. Because it's important that we make sure that they're all connected. Just we're going to rely on this.
So you're looking for that one beat?
Yeah. Here you can hear this 2, just slightly different.
Because that's got a double unit in it?
Got a double unit.
Right, okay.
And this one as well. See, that one's missed. So we just need to go again.
To the original one?
Yeah. Again, don't matter which one of these 2 we use. We'll listen to it beep. Wait till the light comes on. We'll press it again. So on a larger vehicle, the pairing procedure just needs sometimes to be done up close, just like we've done there, and it's worth going round and checking it. So I'm just going to test this again.
And again, this will be a double unit one on there, won't it?
Double, that's fine. And that one. So that's now fully paired to all the fitted alarms on the vehicle, and that's your pairing procedure. Just to recap, press and hold down the bell button. The lights, the alarms make that noise, do. Keep it pressed until the beep. Once the beep, you press the unlock button. The alarms beep again, and it's now paired. That's it. That's all you need to do. So that's now paired. That one should be paired. These are paired, and we'll just test that. I'll test this with the panic button. That activates all the alarms on the van. So you do have a panic button on here as well,
right?
That you can activate. So if you saw somebody at the van and it didn't really want to confront them yourself,
just hit that button.
You could hit this button.
And they're going to wear the full blast of that lot.
That's correct.
So moving forward now, so we're going to go and grab a vacant button now. The van's going to be parked up here. Show them which button you have to press to activate it.
So to arm your Van Guardian, it's the lock button. This button here. You press
the top left hand corner.
Top left. Yeah.
Yeah.
The alarms beep, and then you get the set beep. And what you'll notice now, nice, soft, subtle tone. We now have soft tone with these. We have one beep for receiving, one beep for set. So it's a lot more user-friendly.
So at the moment it's armed.
It is.
So if you hold that,
yeah,
and I go now to try and do what happened to me in France,
yeah,
they're going to be away.
Absolutely.
They're not going to live with that, baby.
That's correct, yeah. Even if you just give it a tap though, Andy, just give it a tap. Yeah. See, that's what I think is going to be confronted with, that situation.
Yeah.
And now you've activated the second phase of the alarm, which is 30 seconds. I'll just turn it off, in the alarm.
And you can imagine that in the wee small hours of the morning.
Absolutely.
Start that car up, innit?
Absolutely, that's right.
Start that car up. I wish, guys, I would have had this put on. I know my dog died, and that's my excuse. Well, it's not an excuse. He was the first line of defence, but now Van Guardian is my first line of defence. So let's put the install now. Mike's going to go in. I'm going to put the Julie panic button on her side of the bed. So if anybody is outside or I'm not in there, she can hit the button and they'll be away again. So we're going to go inside now, and Mike's going to show us exactly about the panel that's going to go onto the back end of the vehicle.
This is the internal wall switch. Comes in 5 different colours, usually to match your interior.
Right.
Same principles as your remote control. Arming it, disarming it.
Yeah.
And extra hair and unhair remote controls from here as well.
Right, fantastic.
So, interestingly, one of our customers a while ago said to us, and we're always interested in feedback, is why don't you put one of them little door stops on that remote, on that panic button there? And I think it's a great idea. So actually we adopt that.
So in the dark, because obviously you're in bed, correct, you can't, all the buttons are the same, aren't they, to the feel? But if I go and feel that little nipple on there,
yep,
that is the button that has to be it.
That's it, even in the dark.
Before anything, that's an absolutely fantastic idea.
Simple idea, but they're always the best ideas, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we adopt that, and of course now when we activate it, it activates all the alarms, turn it back off. So yeah. So this is designed so that you've got a go-to position, because it might not be that you've got the keys in the same place all the time.
Yeah.
It might not be that you want to use the remote control that comes with the keys, but this next to your bed means that you'll always know where it is. This is your reliability. This is your go-to position.
Or if I'm away from the van with the keys and Julie's in bed, and she hears something that she doesn't like outside, she can just hit that.
Well, that as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Use that as well.
That's what the definition of this is, and that's why it's important to consider this as well as part of your kit.
So normally there's only 2 nipples in the bedroom at night time. Now we're going to have 3 nipples.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, a lot of people think about that one. So, you know, our philosophy as well, no drilling, screwing, no wiring. It actually extends to this as well. All you've got to do is peel off the tabs and attach it to the wall into position without any drilling and screwing. And of course, there's no wiring. RF frequency remote is inside here, and that's what controls the alarms around.
And that picks up all 4 units.
It does
Sorry, all 5 units.
It does, all the way around.
Right, let's go in the van and let's find where she's going to live then. So yeah, like Mike's pointed out, these fascia fronts are all in different colours. So you might have a silver, but like my sockets, for instance, are all in black. So we're keeping with the black, and like Mike's showing here, we're going to put it right in the corner.
Yeah. If we're happy with that, it matches the facade of these as much as we can, and I think it looks the part there in that corner.
And it's easy reach. If you're in bed, you can just feel the nipple, and get rid of the entourage outside.
Get you in a lot of trouble with that.
No. Our followers won't mind that. And how easy is that? So that's there.
Little squeeze like that. That's the position. Of course, if you ever needed to do it, if you had to remove it, you just put a bit of pressure behind it.
And you can relocate it somewhere else. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, arming it. It's arming it, obviously.
Yeah.
Because that's what we want. Panic button. Well, you get a nice subtle noise, but the thief, whoever's on the outside,
he's going to get the full blast of it, yeah.
Alarms,
yeah.
So.
That's absolutely fantastic.
So your nighttime routine would be, once you've watched a movie, read a book, and says, "Oh, put Vanguard on," the wife will reach across, activate the alarm.
It says you're getting out of bed and having to do anything then, doesn't it?
Yeah. As you can see with Vanguardian as well, with rocking and swaying, they don't activate under that duress. So
well, I'm rocking and you're rocking.
I'm rocking, we're both rocking. So if we're rocking, don't come knocking. So yeah, and that's what doesn't activate Vanguardian. It goes off with contact or vibration from contact.
Yeah.
So that's what we try to simulate, of somebody trying to actually get into the vehicle as subtly as we can. So if you wanted to get up and use the toilet, you can use the toilet.
The movement isn't going to activate.
The movement's not going to activate it. That's right. We don't expect you to slam the door at night. You'd be doing the same as what you'd be at home. You go to the toilet, you'd open the door and just close the door.
Yeah.
And it's the same principle, but you can have alarm protection at night whilst you're sleeping, giving you that blanket of protection at night, which is what's missing.
Wow, do I wish that this was installed in France, and I won't be looking for an habitation door lock when we get back to Blackpool. Well, it's been a real pleasure to meet Mike, and we've had a good chat. The only one problem about here, bring a flask, you don't get a brew, because he's that busy, you don't get a chance to have a brew. I'm only joking. He's a busy man, he's got a queue outside. We're going to round this one up here, guys. Hopefully, I'll be seeing these guys down at the New show this weekend, and if you're following the channel and you want the details, I'm going to put the link below. Give these guys a ring. They're an absolute dream to work with, and believe you me, it will save you a lot of problems.